don't need the layers anymore, and I can see through the clearing. Feels like there's nothing but serenity. The autumn sun is now shifting. I'm starting to feel the warmth, and no, I don't need directions, 'cause with you all I feel is serenity. Oh, don't need this frostbite or the quiet life, just talking to myself. Just need the peace of mind that you and I have when we're back.
Hello and welcome back to my video blog series. My name is Oindria. I'm a full-time graduate student in environmental engineering at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. So this week's vlog is going to be about week 0, which is the first week of this semester and my first week as a fourth-year graduate student. I have come up with a structure for my future vlogs finally. I'm going to do them bi-weekly, and because that is what is optimum for me right now given my current workload. So this is how it's going to be like. I'm going to go over my week from Tuesday to Monday and then sort of summarize my week by asking myself some questions and answering them. The 3 to 4 questions that I will enlist here in a few seconds, you're free to steal them away and do the exercise for yourself. The first question in this list is going to be weekly agendas and how much did I accomplish in the last 2 weeks. So since I'm doing this bi-weekly, so for this vlog I'm going to track my progress over week -1 and week 0. I only set my goals so that I do not feel demotivated. I'm not trying to put pressure on myself here, and by doing this it is okay if I do not reach some of the agendas or goals I set. It is my list, so I get to choose how much of it I would like to keep and how much of it is edited out. It is a kind of empowerment that I let myself have to keep myself motivated and relaxed at the same time. The next thing would be highlights from the week. This is where I would like to enumerate my weekly highlights, both physical and psychological. So say I was walking into the lab wearing heels and I trip and fall on a wet floor. I'm not saying that happened this week. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. That would be a physical highlight. Or say if I was feeling typically anxious about something very specific. That would be a psychological highlight. I think this would help me figure out what is important to remember and understand about myself and remove all the unnecessary details and thoughts from my head. The third thing that I would like to think about every week is what did I learn? This is where I might want to enlist some do's and don'ts for my future self. It is okay to have just one of each or one of either. It's going to be a nice cycle where I learn from my own mistakes and gain control over my thoughts and actions and decide how to act in the future. The last thing that I would like to ask myself every week is whether I am an ungrateful jackass. I want to think about anything and everything that I'm grateful about in this last week. Okay, maybe not all of them, at least 3 of them. I think one of the pros of doing these weekly or bi-weekly vlogs is I get to look back at my week and see these things and be more mindful about my days, which is so necessary in the midst of the individualistic lives we lead. It helps us get connected to our mind and body and the environment around us and define ourselves as individuals who are not just their work but something much beyond that. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the week's vlog now. I just finished my retrieval after 7 days of my samples, and I also have finished my sediment extraction today. It's almost evaporated also. I'm just going to come back tomorrow and finish the evaporation and do my copper treatment. Probably take out the batteries from these. Actually, I'm going to leave these batteries on because I want to see if how long these batteries last. So usually our experiments, they take around, like, we are planning to test for at least 14 days, and I'm going to check whether it lasts 14 days before I actually put my samplers in, because I don't want to waste my samplers. So quickly, to explain what I'm talking about here, for the startup funded project, we have built these vibrating prototypes of passive samplers. The idea is, when we introduce a periodic vibration on the passive sampler, we anticipate a quicker or faster approach to equilibrium of the passive samplers with the surrounding medium. You can find more on the concepts and the results in the paper that is linked somewhere on the screen or in the description box below. Using these prototypes, we estimate that we will probably reach equilibrium in 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks. So we need our prototypes to vibrate for that period of time. And since these prototypes work on batteries, we need to check whether these batteries last that long, whether they have enough juice in them. So yeah, now back to the video. The one thing that I have to do tomorrow is wash a huge amount of dishes. I have been procrastinating, and now I'm feeling the pain of it. Everybody in the lab has been complaining that, we don't have beakers, we don't have vials, and you have been holding them for a very long time. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be all dishes and copper treatment. And I have to do the integrations of the Christina River samples that I have run, but I think I will have to do that day after tomorrow because the integration computer is booked by Natalie for tomorrow whole day. So I think she is also integrating a lot of stuffs right now. So yeah, so day after tomorrow is my slot, and I have to finish all my integrations in one day, which is doable, I think. Apparently it is by the editors at Nikolai Publishing, the Japanese masters who invented Sudoku. Interesting. Start to follow the maze, and as the line of your pencil twists and turns, a hidden image ingeniously comes into focus. Voila, it's an animal. There is a chimpanzee, a great horned owl, a common saw shark, a red panda, and more, each with its own distinct spirit. Then color in the path and really bring your picto-maze creature into life. Oh, I can color it also. So cute. Pictomazes is a fun new puzzle craze that originated in Japan and has made its way into this book for readers around the world to enjoy. Okay, the first clue is their shell can have anywhere from 2 to 4 bands, but out of the 21 species, only the 2-3 banded species can curl into balls. But all species of this particular animal are capable of other miraculous physical feats, such as holding their breath for up to 6 minutes. Researchers have hypothesized that perhaps they developed this ability to help them dig burrows, or perhaps it's because these armored animals are too heavy to naturally float. They can choose to hold their breath and walk across riverbeds, or they can gulp down enough air to make themselves buoyant and float across. Let's start. Let's see how much I can do.
Scared, and you're not performing as much as you could be because you're afraid of failing and you're afraid you don't deserve to be here.
Pumped up to deliver your best again.
The opportunity to create a flexible schedule is another initiative that Pariket has appreciated, particularly when he was recovering from COVID.
Seeing what they are doing.
I think it's
that
a
piece of humanity
rabbit.
is what
In stressful
Ability to help
situations,
them dig burrows.
by providing for employees and their communities.
It's not a rabbit.
Learn more at Logitech's
It's an
company page
armadillo.
on LinkedIn.
I finished the first one.
Finish. Amazing. What is this?
This is an armadillo.
Magidilla. Maggi noodles.
What a bad day to wear these lovely shoes. My calves are killing me. I had no idea that I would be so tired. I thought it's just like a couple of dishes, but I'm never going to procrastinate again. Every day after my experiments, I'm going to wash my apparatus. Yeah. I hope no one has tripped here. Thank God I didn't trip with these shoes. I've been feeling very blue today. I don't know what's the matter with me. I thought I should take this time to work on the code, but I have been sitting at my desk and I don't know, I feel very, I don't know, stuck in a way. So I just thought I'll shift to the couch and work on my laptop for a change. I haven't worked on my laptop in a while. We'll see how it goes. So I was working and then of course I got a little distracted. I have stopped working now because I got some results which looked promising. There are a couple of artists that I follow on YouTube and Instagram. I guess her name is Jane Barton. Pardon me if I'm butchering the name, but I love watching her vlogs, and this is where she is moving her apartment. Sometimes when I start following somebody, don't stop until I have watched at least like 5 or 6 of their stuff. I have an idea about what's going on in their life, what are the things they are passionate about. So she is one of the favorites whose vlogs I really follow. So I'm going to watch some of her vlogs now and probably just pass out on the couch after a point. I thought I would cook something today. I have some spinach and some paneer waiting for me in the refrigerator. But now it's around 8 and I'm super lazy. So maybe I'll procrastinate and leave the cooking for tomorrow. Yeah. But I will go to my lab tomorrow. I have to finish my integrations. So I also learned today that one of the conferences that we were going to, it was supposed to be in, why is this, yeah, out of focus. One of the conferences that we were about to go to in Portland, Oregon. This is the CTAC North America 42nd, I believe, conference. It was supposed to be in person, like it was supposed to be a hybrid thing. People could choose between attending it virtually or going to it in person. And with the rising number of cases, they have changed it to virtual. I have mixed feelings about it. I personally feel that I perform better when it's virtually done. We did it last time and it was really nice, where we had to upload the presentation online a couple of days before the actual event took place, and people would go through the conference at their own pace, look at the presentations, choose which presentations they want to look at, which was really good because in a conference, in the the rushing through the conference, for me it's difficult to concentrate and listen to what people are saying. But when I am at home listening to the presentation, I could go forward and rewind and listen it if there are places I didn't follow before, take notes, understand it better. The cons is I wouldn't be meeting as many people and I wouldn't be able to visit a new place, and I haven't been out in so long, visited a place, or it's been so long. We went as a group from our lab, been with our lab mates in a professional environment like that. The other personal cons that I feel is true for me is I want to be good at public speaking more. Like, I'm good at presenting my stuff, but when it comes to answering on-spot questions, yeah, I'm not that great at it. I think my spontaneity is not there yet. So it's better for me to get more practice of that, and unfortunately I would miss out on that this time again. I just wonder when things will be okay again, just people can get back to normal and function like normal days. I just thought I'll give you a little sneak peek of the building that I work in. So this building is a little aloof from the campus. It is called the Technology Research Center. So the good thing about this building is there is always a lot of parking space available, as you can see. But we are so far from the campus that often we do not meet people from the campus or socialize with other people from the department or just university people in general. Also, this is a very old building, and the rooms and the walls are not as pretty as the university space. They keep renovating the university rooms, but again, the good thing about that is we have a system very strong here, and relocating everything to the campus would take so much effort, and it would mean we would relocating an entire lab means you have to relocate all the instruments, the solvents, the reagents, fix the connections. So it's a lot of work, and that would mean all the students who are working here would have to take out time from their life and from their PhD and set up all of that, including the professor. So it does hamper your work a lot. And so when there was a new renovation in the campus, many of the professors from here did move to campus, but our professor, our advisor, thought it would be nice to be here, stay here, and continue the way things are for now. I think I like the idea of working in a peaceful environment, which is this building right here. But then, yeah, I do miss being on the campus sometimes. With the amount of workload I have right now, it's difficult for me to take the shuttle or drive to the campus, find a parking spot just for the sake of being on campus, So, and guess who is here?
তো এটা হচ্ছে কোয়েশ্চেন ডেক, ঠিক আছে? এখানে অনেক কোয়েশ্চেন্স আছে, মানে ব্ল্যাঙ্ক দেওয়া, ড্যাশ সামথিং সামথিং ড্যাশ। তো তার মধ্যে আমি কয়েকটা চুজ করেছি যেগুলো তুই বুঝতে পারবি। সবাই উইল ট্রাই টু আনসার দ্যাট কোয়েশ্চেন, দ্যাট ফিল ইন দ্য ব্ল্যাঙ্ক উইথ দ্য ফানিয়েস্ট আনসার পসিবল, লাইক দে উইল ট্রাই টু বি অ্যাজ ফানি অ্যাজ পসিবল, ঠিক আছে? তো হুজ আনসার ইজ দ্য মোস্ট ফানি, so whoever answer is the most funny will win that round. Basically it.
First, reviewer 2 rejected the paper because of real science. PhD advisors these days have no respect for my new RIPS paper and reviewer 2. So today I have finally sat down and actually made something. I didn't film before I did something because I would be too cautious that way, and I would end up focusing more on the filming than the drawing. So I have an Instagram handle where I put up all my drawings every now and then. I think from now on it would be more about the PhD stuff that I do. I mean, the art that I make is going to be more about that because I think I have some ideas in that line, but since I haven't uploaded anything in a very long time, I decided I should just make a very primary portrait with just saying hello, I'm back, and something like that. This is what I have till now. I'm going to change the shape of the face a little. So yeah, that is what I'm doing today.
I've decided to put the U post on this.
What is a U post?
A garden post, basically these.
Oh, these green ones.
These green things. And so the only hazard to having the full length one is that it sticks out of the water. So as people with the boats they can get snagged. So we decided to chop off that and then fit this into our own spear.
Ah.
Have the water sampler attached by a string and then a buoy, and then this thing we can just right into the sediment. That's good. Look, everything's working. Oh my god.
As for the weekly goals, I think I got done with most of my stuff, starting from the seventh day sampler retrieval to setting up the code for sediment pour water. The only thing that I was left to do is the 14-day sampler deployment for my CERDIP project. I couldn't do that because I wanted to check whether the batteries lasted longer, and which I can do next week, and the data analysis for the Christina River samples, which I will also probably shift to the next week. Highlights from this week. So I think the first highlight from this week is definitely completing the Picto-maze, which was something new that I tried this week. And I learned that not all animals that dig burrows are rabbits. I don't know, I think I'm a little taken by rabbits recently. I find them adorably cute. And adorably cute, wow, that's an expression. So one of my favorite YouTubers, I think she's called the Cottage Fairy, has these rabbits, and I think one of them is completely black and the other one is completely white. And she has these two rabbits, and one of them is a little grumpy, I think, and so she calls him Mr. Darcy, which is, I think, so appropriate. I don't know, whenever we go for a walk, I always keep running behind rabbits whenever I see them. And I've heard they get too depressed if they are made to stay alone by themselves. If you pet them, you have to pet them in a pair. I'm not sure whether that is a very correct information. I'm going to go back and read about that and verify that it is true. My second highlight, which is going to be an emotional highlight, I have written it down on my laptop and I'm going to read it out because it took me some time and effort to think about and put into words how I actually feel. So yeah, I'm just going to read it out. I have been in a state of emotional limbo. That is my general state of mind these days, struggling between feeling overwhelmed with the amount of work to do, anxious about the results as I wait for the experiments, and feeling stuck in the meantime. And I spent my entire Thursday in bed. Wow, that just got very heavy. I'm going to keep the next few questions light and happy. I promise. Never procrastinate washing your dishes. They accumulate and come to bite you later on. So I always was taught as a kid by my parents that you should always confront the hardest of the tasks in your list first and then ease off to the lighter ones. That made me feel a little intimidated at times, but procrastination didn't help either. Always put a tub to collect your defrosted ice water in a refrigerator if you want to avoid breaking your leg slipping on a wet floor. And this time, thanks to Natalie, she put a container in the refrigerator the next day so that the rest of the ice did not melt on the floor. It melted in that tub. But I think the tub that she put was used before for filleting the fish for our lab work, and the refrigerator did smell of fish for the next 2 days. So I kept the refrigerator open for a couple of days and now it's all good and fresh. We have a fully functioning refrigerator, so yay! I think we did a great job of framing the posters this weekend. I think it was something that was just getting procrastinated like anything else. I wouldn't have been able to do that without Aniruddha's help, so that, and he also cooked this week's meal, which was a giant batch of palak paneer and chicken korma, which was delicious. So thank you, Aniruddha. Thanks to all the artists I follow on YouTube and Instagram. Chain and Special, if you're watching, you and your vlogs really helped me get out of my blue zone this week, on Thursday especially. And all of the artists out there, you have no idea how powerful your work is. All the effort that goes into your artwork and you making these vlogs. I know now that I'm making these, I would really like to acknowledge all your effort. It really is helpful and it really is beautiful the way that your sense of aesthetics and I would really like to thank all of you for that, for all the hard work you guys are doing a great job. Lastly, I would like to thank all of you guys who are watching my vlogs and supporting me. It means so much, and Ononna, I would really like to thank you for your comment on my last vlog. It was really the fuel for me to make this vlog. It helped me stay motivated. So thank you everyone out there who are watching and supporting. And with that, we reach the end of this vlog. I cannot believe I have made already 5 of these. You guys have a great week ahead. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.
I can see through the clearing. Feels like there's nothing but serenity. The autumn sun is now shifting. I'm starting to